Hi again, this is Modern Oracle New, and today we have a love reading on our hands. So this reading is going to answer to you what kind of a husband fits you the best. So what kind of a man is the right match for you so that you can be happy, he can be happy, and your relationship is in balance. Now, if you are looking for a wife, a girlfriend, I will make another video of it later. If you're looking at this video when some time has passed already from the moment I published this, check the description of the video, because when the wife reading is ready, when the girlfriend reading is ready, I'm going to post the link to that reading into this video's description. Today we have six husbands here, let's say like that, six husbands here like that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You may choose based on the position of the cards, based on the number of the card, or based on these amulets I have here. We have a heart, as you can see. This is another heart. We have ring. Then we have a rose, blooming rose, a bird couple, and then we have a German stone which says Liebe, love. So choose your pile, and while you are choosing, I'm going to go through a few things which I always go through before we proceed to readings. So first, excuse me, I have some problems with my throat today. So first things first, free will. So if there's anything in this reading which doesn't sound good to you, ignore it. Absolutely ignore it. Take only what resonates with you, and that is extremely important when we are talking about general readings. So this reading isn't like specifically done for you from your point of view, from your life's perspective. So general reading, only things which resonate with you, take them and ignore the rest. There might be even one little thing you need to hear, yes. And the second thing is time, because the cards do not know time. The given answer, the given message you are about to receive soon might become valid later in the future. It's a good idea to write down the description of your husband, what kind of a man which fits you, or return to the reading later. Then I want specifically speak a few things before we start this reading about partnerships and love. I have heard from this source of spirit, which I actually trust, that there are 114 perfect matches for us in each lifetime. That's because we have a free will. The spirit cannot interfere with our free will. So if we have made an agreement with some spirit, like let's use these here, that we meet in this lifetime and become a couple, we can always also say that no, I actually do not want to go through this agreement, and it's fine. So based on the free will and our permission to steer our life to wherever we want to go, we have multiple partners and multiple opportunities to find a partner which fits us. Also, partners we haven't agreed upon meeting in this lifetime and becoming a couple are good and suitable partners for us. It's nothing but what vibrates with us and with whom we feel very loved and in balance with. So let's go to your piles. Let's start with the pile number 1 about what kind of a husband fits you the best. I'm gonna move these somewhere further, and oh, I'm going to use the charm back too, so it's card and charm reading. Let's put them a bit further here. Ring is escaping, and there's the third one. Let's move the tiger actually somewhere here, and fourth one, and oops, fifth one, sixth one, there we go. Okay, so these are for you. All right, pile number 1. We have limited space here, so ignore those over there. Let's put the tiger. Excuse me, I just moved the camera. Let's put the tiger in there. As do not concentrate on those. Concentrate on this reading. When the camera stops moving, stop. So pile number 1. This is your reading. What kind of a husband fits you the best? And we're going to use the charm back later, so let's check your cards first. I have quite masculine cards here and then one feminine card here too. So first card is Hunter of Strength. Then we have Energy Healing Work. Istibus, Angel of Divination. This actually has to be like this. I got a message from the spirit when I started that all the cards must be in upright position, but some of these Angelarium cards might be upside down. So I have to listen to spirit, and the spirit says that this is upright. And the final card is resilience. So you would benefit of a man who is very strong, and I mean strong in spirit. He's very comfortable with himself and in his own skin. He doesn't have any need to boss anyone around or hurt anyone. Whatever strength he has, he uses it to serve others. Look, here's the hunter hunting this big game here. And he's going to bring this game back to his tribe so everybody can get food, everybody can get skin, hide to clothe themselves. So he's using his strength to create a good, not only for himself. He could be physically powerful, yes. He could be someone who goes to gym or is very sporty, because this is a physical card. But no matter what kind of a body type he has got, he has this mental and divine strength. This card of divination for me tells that, like I said, he's comfortable with himself. He's fine with who he is. He's fine with his life. He's happy there. He might even be someone who doesn't really need a partner, but wants to have one. Or he is very social to some of you, who wants to share his strength. He wants to have someone to whom he can bring this game he has killed. Whatever he has got, he needs someone who he can share the good things with. He's going to be very healing and nurturing too. So if you have had problems with love life and problems with partners who do not respect you and your sensitivity, especially if you are a sensitive person, this man who fits you the best is someone who respects your sensitivity and helps you to heal. He's nurturing, he's caring, he doesn't belittle you, he doesn't treat you bad. He is like a god. There's the divine energy here twice, about healing, about love, about balance. Look, here's the balanced symbol here at the background. Very connected with his emotions. We can see a moon here. He might not be very emotional on the outside, because he seems to be very physical, but he is someone who is comfortable with his emotions, even when he is not comfortable with expressing them, yeah, and he's healing. Like, think about a situation where you are having a bad day. Let's say you are crying, you're having a bad day. Some other guy might come to you and speak to you lovingly. This type of a guy most likely comes to you and sits next to you, maybe gives you a hug, but might not say anything, or says only few words. So he might not be very outspoken about his emotions, but you can be sure that he cares. He's very action oriented, so he most likely shows his love by actions and what he does to you. He helps you to carry your burdens. His very resilience goes together with the hunter. Hunter needs to have patience and resilience in order to get the catch, get the game. Otherwise the tribe is going to perish. They are going to starve. So hunter is never in a hurry. This could be very down to earth type of a person, very like solid, even modest. Modest comes to my mind for some reason, at least for some of you. Modest person who doesn't break underneath heavy burdens either. This could be also his problem downfall, which is something you can help to heal him. Like, you can help him to open up more about his feelings and his troubles and burdens, and tell him that, okay, I'm here with you. I'm hunting together with you this game. We are a team. We can make it together. So it's going to be healing and balancing relationship for both of you. Very down to earth type of a man. Could be a bit older than you are, perhaps a little bit older, but someone who doesn't really, who isn't very like quick to act, very calm, very steady, very persistent, could be even a bit stubborn, but someone who values his strength and what he's got. He could be materialistic in that kind of a sense that whatever he possesses, it's important to him, and he wants to share this possession with you. So if you meet a man who feels everything I just said, but he doesn't want to share what he has with you, run away. That's not the right person. This person is going to be someone who wants to share whatever wonderful things he owns with you. And that's his way of showing love, yeah, because I said that he's not very outspoken, not very emotional in a sense that he would express his emotions. So that kind of a man would fit you really well. Let's check your charms now. Let's put these here. Leave the hunter here because I guess this is the most important card. This just my attention draws to it constantly. Oh, and I want to say one thing. When these were together, the divine and the strength, the actions, his actions stem from the higher good and from the divine. So he is expressing himself as who he is. Do not try to change him. Yeah, do not try to change him. He is a good match for you. And if there's something which doesn't resonate with you and doesn't match with you in this guy, just basically ignore him and go after someone else. So let's check the charms. We have the heart charm here already. Let's put it over there so I don't lose it. So charms for husband number 1. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, we have a word mut, courage here. Like I said, Hunter needs to have a courage to go after the bigger game and be ready to kill it when the opportunity happens. So he could be very goal-oriented person, someone who persistently goes after his goals and is very courageous. Courageous, brave, I mean, excuse me, for not be speaking English as one native language. Lots of luck in this relationship, could be a lucky person. And one of the reasons why he is lucky is that he is so persistent. He sees what he wants, he goes after it. He might even find you in that way, that he notices you and then goes after you and is like, okay, that's the woman I want, that's the man I want, that's the person I want, I'm going to go after them. So they might actually actively seek out you. Hunter might be someone who loves good food, loves cooking, maybe even a hunter, yeah. Actually, maybe even a hunter, someone who enjoys hunting. This is good for those who live in a countryside and also appreciate hunting, appreciate getting your own food by yourself. Yeah, there's money here. He's abundant person and is willing to share whatever he has with you. Look, another luck, really good. He could be well established in businesses. If he's a business person, he has money and he has luck and he has the bravery to go after what he wants and have a good business going on. Actually, just notice that this tablecloth I have here doesn't really show the charms very well. I apologize, I'm gonna show them like this. You can have kids with him if you want to. He might even have children already. Could be a father. Oh, you have Ganesha here. So like I said, this man is very in tune with his own spirituality and in tune with who he is. Ganesha is very lucky. He basically means yes. So if you want to marry him, if you want to have kids with him, say yes to him. And Ganesha is in balance with his feminine and masculine side. So like I said, he could be emotional but not be able to express his emotions by talking. He expresses himself by actions, and we have here 2 royal wands keys. Actually, I'm gonna show them like that. This is the king and this is the queen. So you are going to be like a king and a queen. He's going to treat you like his queen, and he's going to act like a king himself. So could be someone who is very stubborn, like I said, knows what he wants and goes after it. But do not take a man who is disrespectful towards you. That's not the case. The king never disrespects his subjects. I get hunting again from here, so it could be someone who likes to have fun with boys, has his own circles. Do not be jealous if he's that kind of a guy who at times goes to spend time with his friends. Family could also be important to him, his own tribe. For spiritual people, he could be into nature religions. It could be a pagan. It could be someone who respects nature a lot. That's why he's hunting. He doesn't want to grow his food. He wants to go and hunt it and kind of like get in tune with his ancestors and how the men used to be. Could also be a fan of history. Then we have 2 10s here. 10 and 10. You are going to be a good match. You will know it when you meet this man. 10 and 10. Absolutely. Double 10 catch here. There's number 2 here. Let's see if there's anything on the background. Church. Spiritual for someone. If you are a religious person, this person will also go with you to church. and support you in that way. Divination comes here again with the church. But the number 2 is also important too, is about balance. So a balanced individual, and you will be in balance. There's going to be romance there. He loves you a lot. He's going to express his love to you by actions, despite of not being able to speak about his feelings that much. Very, very loving, very physical too, because this is a root chakra color, and root chakra is grounding. It's our physical body, it's who we are. Nurturing here. You can be the mother hen. He might even like you to be a bit of a mother hen towards him. Enjoys this, that okay, I'm the man and I have here the wife and we have kids. I can bring the food on the table. She can make nourishing dinner from this catch, and then she feeds kids with it. We both actually feed the kids with this catch, and we are a good team. Black cat. Black cat here, femininity. He's fine with your femininity. He's not going to demonize you for being a woman. Like, there are some men who are very demonizing towards women. Women are bad, or women own things just by being women, and men are entitled to women just because they are men. For some, this means that the man might be different than you were expecting. Maybe you were expecting, let's say, a bookworm, and you get a hunter, and then you have to go through your own fears and realize, okay, this is actually a good one, but only if it feels good to you in your heart. Yes, I have seen this happening many times with good match partners who are like 10 and then meeting one another, and they have gotten a husband who wasn't what they were expecting, but when they get into the relationship and were open to that despite of their fears, they realized that, okay, I didn't get what I wanted, but I got what I needed. So this is your reading, pile number 1. Thank you really much, and we go to pile number 2. Alright, pile number 2, let's see what kind of a husband fits you the best. You have spirit of family, and spirit family basically means the same thing. Then you have romance angels are helping you. You have Uriel, angel of flame, actually needs to be upright. And then you have realization. Oh, this feels like a fate. This feels that this guy is someone who fits you the best. I mean, is someone who belongs in your spirit family. He's most likely someone you have spent lifetimes together earlier in past lives, whether you believe in them or not. You may ignore that information if it's not for you, but you know one another from a spirit realm. You come from the same family, same group of spirit, which is called the spirit family. Of course, we love one another as spirits, and even if the partner is not from your spirit family, we can form a relationship, absolutely, yes. But this man who fits you the best, this is the fate you are supposed to meet. They are romance angels who are helping you out. This is also the case if you have already gotten through some relationships which didn't work. Do not worry, do not give up. There is a right person coming to you. Right person, lots of abundance here. Look, here's the owner, and here are the herd. For some of this means Jesus, that Jesus is here, and we are the lambs and goats here. He's herding, so the divine is looking after you. The divine is planning this to meet. For some, this man could be very religious. You might meet in a church or somewhere like that. But the abundance is here. For some, it's abundance. For some, this means Jesus and divine energy who is orchestrating everything. Whether you believe in Jesus or not, whether that is important to you or not, the spirits are still scheming, positively scheming. So there are romance angels helping you to find this man. He's very lovable. Look at this guy on this card. Can you see him? He's smiling, he's happy, he's very in tune and with himself and with the nature. With the kids. He's good with kids. He has very big loving heart. There's lots of space in his heart for everyone. Could be someone who is very social. Could be already a father if he's an older guy. In a case that you are older women looking at this reading now. But whether he has kids or not, he's going to be really good with children. And if you are a single mom or single father looking for a partner, this man is going to accept your kids, absolutely accept your kids. If you do not have children, you'd like to have some, it's possible for you to have a family with them if you both want that. He's also going to be very physical. Yeah, he's going to express his love to you in a very physical way. He might be very touchy-feely, could be very sexual too, if that's your cup of tea. I mean, you can express yourself however you are with him. He's very masculine. He's very loving and very masculine. Look, these are actually both really masculine cards, but he's very loving and very manly. Look how masculine he is. He is very manly. He's very bright. He has lots of good ideas, and he has a bright knowledge and bright look in the future, positive look, and he can see bigger pictures because he's got lots of understanding. I think he has this spirit of fire within him, this flame of truth, this flame of spirit in him. He might be in a good connection to the spirit realm and spirit family. He might be able to recognize you, and I think you recognize him too when you meet. This could be a spiritual person to some, but whether he is spiritual or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is that he's manly and he's very loving. He's going to use whatever he has to protect you. This is protector too, and someone who is going to burn away something old. This could be a relationship where you both are burning away something from your own past so that you can proceed further and be more in tune with the romance, that you wouldn't worry so much about struggles or what happened in the past, but you could concentrate on having fun and loving one another. This could also mean just for you that he is going to come and burn the past you have away so that you can start anew with this guy. Very loving, very wonderful. And realization. I think there are two options depending how you meet. For some of you, you will meet him and immediately realize that this is it. This is it. Look, the number 3. It's the balance number. It's spirit, mind and body. So it's number of divination too, the divine here, the spirit family. Yes, you might actually get some hints of him before you meet. But you are either going to realize when you meet him that this is the one, or you might need to process it all a little, especially if you have some bad happen to you in your past which you need to burn away, which needs to go away, which you need to realize that it's dead. Whatever happened in the past, it's dead. Look, dead background and fire to bring something new to you. And when you have gone through this darkness within you, this dark time, then you realize that this man is actually very good. Goes together very well with fears we have to go through. So if we have had bad experiences in love and then we meet someone who like feels too good to be true, or feels like, okay, this could be something in this, there could be something in this could be a person, perhaps for me, we might hesitate. Look, she's hesitating to go through this big keyhole, but he's got the key into your heart and you have a key into his heart. You are supposed to meet. It is a destiny. Very good. This is like I said, a destiny. You have promised to meet one another in this lifetime, and that kind of meetings always bring out some sort of fear. The fears might come up when you are already in the relationship, but that's fine. He's going to help you. The spirit is going to help you. You have to let go of your past and concentrate on this figure now. He's not going to be a destroyer like the men in your past were, perhaps. This also means men close to you. Maybe you have a horrible relationship with your father, your brother, your uncles, your grandfather, whoever has given you this example of a negative man who only destroys. He's not like that. He's not going to destroy anything. If he's going to destroy something, it's his past which is not serving you anymore, but he's there to protect you. He's coming towards you ready to protect with all his 4 arms. So he's a wonderful man. Absolutely a catch. Good. Let's see your charms, what they have to say. I'm gonna leave these 2 up here because I feel that the protection is important to you, so you can look at this while I check the charms. So pile number 2. So yeah, didn't need to choose the charms for long. So we have here, look, they escaped 2 similar birds. What did I say? This is a destiny. You a match made in heaven. You are supposed to meet. I also apologize. This tablecloth isn't very good for these charms, so I'm gonna show them all to you one by one. You have Freunde, friendship. So this is a man who is on your side, like friends are always on your side and have your back. So he's very loving, very much of your friend on your side. There's Glück. There's going to be luck in this relationship, but you're going to need some kind of courage to go forward. Like we have the card here. This lady here needs the courage to go through that keyhole. So you have to do the same. You need to be brave in some way, have some kind of courage in order to go towards this man and realize that you are actually a good match. Oh, look. You might be opposite of one another. You might be opposite one another. That could be something that makes you a bit hesitant. And is this man a good match to me? I was expecting someone else, but now I got this. Like I said to pile number 1, who actually got the same thing. Sometimes, and I have seen things happening quite often, when we meet the right one, we might need to realize that we didn't get what we wanted, but we got exactly what we needed, and it's good. This is also a good symbol for balance. Your relationship is going to be balanced, and whatever there needs to bring into balance, you can do that. This is very balanced, very loving. What else we have? We have a letter L. Do we have other letters? No. We have letter L, love. Lots of love. This could also be a letter in your name or in his name. Love. That is important. That is wonderful. You have orb of Archangel Michael. Very manly. Very manly. So the spirit is protecting you and sending you a man who is very loving, like Archangel Michael is. And Archangel Michael helps you to get rid of the old. Look, there's the blue color here in this card. Like I said, some of you need to contemplate whether I dare to go through this keyhole or not, because you have some fears in here. And the Archangel Michael is going to help you to go through these fears. And this man is definitely worth of going through those fears. He's very loving and very manly. 5 is the number of having fun, and it's also in astrology could mean destined relationship. So yeah, there's going to be fun, wonderful, loving relationship up ahead with this guy. Yeah, look, there's the lock. You have to open some locks, and he's going to open some locks, but you have to open yourself up for this guy so you can go forward. You need to take some of your own power back. So you had some bad experiences with the guys before, or whether they were your partners or your loved ones who are guys. And you have to take your own power back. This is a very feminine symbol, so you have to dare to be a woman. You have to dare to be who you are, because he's gonna handle it. If there have been any guys who haven't been able to handle you as you are, they have asked you to change or told you that you should change to something else, this man is not gonna do that. He's gonna let you be who you are and appreciate you as you are. And that might be also one of the reasons why you are hesitating going forward, because you haven't been able to be who you are in previous relationships. But in this you are. But being who you are requires that you open this lock and are ready to go forward. Look, the lock was very tightly shut. This should move like really easily, like this. But it was very tight when I tried to lift this up. So it means that the locks you have are very deep within. You might even want to ask Archangel Michael to help you out. Just ask him. Just ask him to remove the things which do not serve you and help you back to balance. And he will be there for you. He will help you to find the balance. This is a cold heart. You might not be ready for a relationship yet, or you might feel that you are not ready for a relationship. That is also one reason for the hesitation. But do not worry. When there is a coldness in your heart, this man is going to help you to have your heart soar again. He's going to let you fly and be who you are, and you can be sensitive and fragile with him. He's fine with that. He's going to prioritize you. Prioritize you. He's going to keep you as his number one. Number one also means you yourself. You have to do some work with your fears so that you can meet this man. You go forward. Go forward. Yes, we have skateboard here. Go forward. You might need to balance a bit, like with the skateboard, especially when you step on a skateboard the first time. So you might feel a bit wobbly and hesitant, but go forward. It's absolutely worth it. There is a dragon here. Do I have it upside down? Yes. So we have a dragon here. You have to face some of your own fears. Dragon is a very powerful symbol of fears in this reading, together with this lock. So spirit doesn't mean that you are doing bad or you have done something wrong when you have fears in you. They are just something you need to face. And listen to your intuition. This is something you find in Peaches. Or is it on Peaches? In Peaches. And put this against your ear and you can hear the sea. So listen up to your intuition. Listen when you meet the man and the intuition is saying that go forward despite of your fears. You are already entwined. Your spirits already know one another. There is a spirit connection even when you do not have any connections in physical realm yet. Yes, and you can be fragile. You can be your own quirky self with him, and he's someone who also protects everything that is fragile and tiny. He's going to be very loving, despite of he might appear a bit scary. He might be really big, very manly, very physical, but he's never going to hurt you or anyone around him. He's very loving, very, very loving man. So this was the reading for you, pile number 2. I hope it helps you. Take what resonates with you and ignore the rest. We're going to go to pile number 3. All right, pile number 3. Let's see what kind of a husband fits you the best. If you chose the ring, this is your pile. So you have got here Dancer of Inspiration. Forgive yourself, you have done nothing wrong. Then you have Dart, Null and Emptiness, and Beauty. So I actually feel I have to speak to you first before we go to the husband. There's something you feel you have done wrong. There might be a feeling that if I did something differently, I would already have a husband, or would have been able to save the relationship I was in. For many, this card comes up because you have gone through some very rough times in love. Perhaps you were in a toxic relationship and you are blaming yourself, still blaming yourself, that I was the one who caused that. If I just was different, act differently, it would have worked out. For others listening this card means that you are missing someone, that you think that if I just was different, if I had acted differently, I would have been able to get that relationship, get that specific person here. And all this is eating you out so much that you have empty space in your mind and in your body, in your heart. Look how this character doesn't have a skin here. So lots of pain in here. You have to let go. You absolutely have to let go. You haven't done anything wrong. You haven't done anything wrong. All is well. All is well. You did what you think was the best. And this man is going to bring you some inspiration and beauty to your life. Remember, you are beautiful. You haven't done anything wrong. So often when we go through some difficult times, we actually... Excuse me, my camera stopped recording. So I was going to say that we never go through anything actively, but we always choose what we think is the best for that very moment. So you have always done your best. Do not blame yourself for anything. And remember, you are beautiful. Now you have a Dancer of Inspiration here and the card of Emptiness here. So this man is going to bring inspiration back to your life. He's going to fulfill your heart and fulfill your mind with new types of belief systems. But you have to be willing to let go of old and be ready to accept him. If you close him yourself up, he's not able to come to your life. And if he comes, he's unable to inspire you because you have your ears closed, eyes closed, mouth closed. So be willing to open to him and be who you are, to be the beautiful person who you are. This has nothing to do with your looks, and this man doesn't care how you look, honestly. He's really inspired to meet you, and he inspires you, who helps you to see the beauty in life, see the beauty in you, and see the beauty in also men. In love, in relationship. This is very light type of a card. So the love you have might be inspiring and light. It might feel completely different from what you have experienced in previously, and you might even feel that this is too good to be true. Like, okay, why there isn't any fighting, why there isn't any toxic behavior, why they are treating me so nicely, this cannot be happening. But it's happening. It is for you. This person can fulfill your heart and fulfill your mind and reprogram you together with your own active behavior. You need to be active in order to let go what doesn't serve you anymore and forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Do not blame yourself. The blame isn't helping you in any way, and he's not going to blame you either. He's not going to blame you either. He's going to be very loving, very inspiring. And I think this is also someone who has been sent to you by the Spirit. Spirit sees you need this person in order to become whole again. Look these are holes here, and the skin has been ripped off, so you could be very sore from what has happened already. But you are, at least some of you are already getting that sense of peace already. Maybe even when the relationship was horrible and you miss it and you'd want to be in a relationship, you are also very at peace that things went the way they went, and you can now relax and take a breather. That's very typical for those who get away from toxic relationships, that when the relationship ends, they are raw, they are in pain, but they can breathe and they can start their healing. So this is a healing process for you too. This man is someone who can support you in this process and show that there's beauty in life, and there's a different way of being in a relationship, that there are different types of men there, different types of people who will treat you lovely and who inspire you. Inspiration comes directly from God. So I think this is most likely someone you have met in previous lifetimes. Yes, that comes to my mind first. Look, the dawn here is here, so you might need to wait a little longer, but the sun is shining already at the back of this card. There will be sunshine, will be beauty. The sun will together with the inspiration, it will shed light on the beauty. Could also be a beautiful man. Could also be someone you consider very beautiful and inspiring. Yes, this goes to two ways. He's inspiring you, and you inspire him. He feels inspiring to you and beautiful to you. You can find some peace with him too. Yes, definitely. I'm drawn to this peaceful card. This is a peacefulness in here, but lots of pain too. So the pain comes from the past. You have to let go of the past. You have done anything wrong. Perhaps you did what you did to protect your children, if you have kids, or protected your inner child. You were perhaps reacting to behavior of your parents, how they were together. So what you did was to keep yourself protected, and the spirit is now protecting you. Yes, forgive yourself, forgive yourself. I keep hearing that. Forgive, let the pain go away, and open yourself to receive this inspiring, beautiful man who helps you to see the beauty in life. So let's see your cards. I'm gonna leave this card here because this is the most important one. Forgive yourself. So let's see what kind of message the charm has for you about your fitting husband. So what do we have in here? Freunde. This keeps coming. This is stone up. Freunde means friendship in German. So he's going to be your friend. Absolutely. He's not going to belittle you. He's not going to treat you badly. He's not going to boss you around either. You are a friend, and friends are equal. Yes, he's going to treat you as your equal. What did I say? Just say equal. You are going to be equal with him. He doesn't see you below him just because you are a woman. He respects women. He is a very inspiring person. You might even be able to express your femininity, whether you are a man or a woman or however you identify yourself. We all have feminine and masculine sides in us. So you are able to express this femininity through, I mean, in your life. With the help of him. There's some kind of negativity now that's hindering you from the feminine part, and when our feminine part is out of balance, we are unable to receive. So he's helping you to receive. Look, there's Anubis here. Scale of judgment. Do not judge yourself. Do not judge those persons who treated you badly. You are just concentrating your energy to them instead of concentrating your energy to yourself. The spirit is going to do the judging, yes. The spirit is going to do the judging. They will get what they deserve. It's not your job. Concentrate on letting go of things. This is Archangel Michael's orb, and Michael is helping you to stay safe. He's very masculine angel too, and let go of the old. He's helping you to cut ties to the old so you can go forward. Here's also another feminine symbol. So whether you are a man, a woman, or however you identify yourself, you are very sensitive and fragile individual, and whatever you went through, it hurt you a lot, and it hurt your feelings, and it hurt especially a lot because you are so very sensitive. You are so very sensitive, and this man is going to let you be the sensitive person who you are. He's going to allow yourself to open these wings and fly. Wonderful, very wonderful. Oh, here of years, yes. fears that are entwining in your heart. So there are some fears. Let go. Forgive yourself. Your heart is black, your mind is black because of the worry of the fear of thinking that you have done something differently. Maybe you even miss the partner or the relationship which didn't work. If that is the case, here is the clover, which says that that was actually a lucky thing for you that you got out. Honestly, it was a good thing you got out. And this new man is like going to find a clover with 4 leaves. He's going to be that kind of a wonderful man. Let's see what else we have in here. Wisdom. You have gained wisdom, and this is a possibility for you to gain wisdom of who you are and what you want and how was your life. Look at your past as lessons, as like experiences which have given you knowledge of what works and what doesn't work, and what kind of a man is a good man and what isn't a good man. This is going to help you with the sensitivity. I think you might be able to perceive things around yourself really easily. He's going to respect that. He's not going to put you under this shell, like you have needed to shelter yourself and deny who you are. He's not going to make you do that. He's going to let you be free, however you are. Why? You. He's going to respect you. You are important to him. Absolutely. What else we do have in here? Joy and happiness, quirkiness. You can have fun with this guy. Very important. The spirit is supporting you. This is voodoo cap for me. So the spirit is supporting you going forward. You might be juggling now with emotions and things, so you might not be ready for to meet this guy just yet, but it's fine. He's coming. Get as long time as you need. Take as long time as you need for yourself. Look, I have to take the other hand. You to heal so that you can go forward. Then spirit is helping you, definitely helping you. He's also going to be a man who cheers you. He's your cheerleader. We have 2 cents here, of 2 cents. 2 cents. 2 is a number of balance and number of masculinity and femininity. So he is in balance and he helps you to get back into balance, and you are fitting for one another. Look, the balance came here again. Someone who is your friend helps you to be in balance, again helps you to be in balance, and also Anubis scale needs to be in balance. So the heart is not sad anymore. Sadness in your heart, coldness. This is also a cold behavior you have gotten from others, but this is going to melt away. It's going to melt away. The spring will come. Absolutely, the spring will come. Spring will come. What else we have? A star. Remember, you are a wonderful star, and you are going to be a star of his life, and he's going to be a star of your life. He's also inspiring. Look, inspiration. There were so many stars here. Look, it's full of stars. So again, this is the destiny. He has been sent to you. He will be sent to you by spirit. Yes, he will arrive. Arrival. So he will arrive to you when the time is right. Yes, this is a skateboard. You move forward with the skateboard and from place to another. So he's going to arrive to you when the time is right. Do not worry. Do not worry. Just wait for him patiently. Wait patiently. Like Christmas. Yes, Christmas comes when it's Christmas time. You cannot celebrate Christmas on June or July. You cannot celebrate it on Mars, so you have to wait for him to arrive, and he will arrive to you when the time is right. There's nothing bad going to happen if you have to wait. Oh, look, the same little creatures. So many balance in this reading. Look, these 2 little things have found one another. Look, clearly a girl, or more feminine. And yes, the guy. This is also about balance. So much balance in here. He's going to bring balance back to your life. You're going to be able to be who you are because you find your match. You'll find your match. It's like you have tried to be a match with a penguin before. A match with someone who didn't understand you and didn't even live the same kind of life as you did. So of course it doesn't work. Now you will find your own little critter who is similar to you, and you can find the balance and happiness with him. Absolutely. Again, look, balance. Balance to seashells. Yeah, You get to be your own things. So even though when there are lots of balance here, like two similar cats and two similar coins, you still get to be your own individuals in this relationship. This doesn't mean that you have to mold yourself into something the man wants, or that you have to mold the man into something you want. No, this means that you are in balance as individuals. Really good reading, really good reading. This is very good. There's going to be riches here. The relationship is rich. There are going to be lots of good emotions going on. This could also mean that when you have to go through your fears and worries, there might be outpour of negative emotions like sadness, hopelessness, anything like that. But he's strong enough to handle your emotions. He's absolutely strong enough to hold your emotions, but this mostly means abundance. Abundance in any form. What's the last one? Yay, there's going to be freedom. You're going to be free from the old. He's going to free you. You're going to have an opportunity to run free and be the one who you are. Look how happy this little girl is. Absolutely happy little girl. In the safe bubble, look. She's on this orb. So you're going to be protected. You are going to be protected by the spirit, because light is white is the color of a higher spirit. We also have the Archangel Michael here protecting you. So, all right, pile number 4. Let's see what kind of a husband fits you the best. So, we have here Dancer of Friendship. God is in charge. And then we have Sahakiel, Angel of Sky. And Assessing. Lots of heavenly energy in here. So your partner, your husband, is going to be someone you already know. It could be a person you already know, like in this physical life. Maybe you have already met. Maybe it's an ex-partner, especially if you have warm feelings with them. But this card means basically that you know this soul already. This is something you have agreed upon, and the God has approved your approved your plans. That, okay, we want to meet in this lifetime. Look, these two figures here meeting. Could we do that? And the God is like, yeah, sure, why not? Go ahead. It will serve some kind of a purpose. So your relationship is written in stars. It's heavenly. Angel of Sky is bringing blessings. Look, he's blessing you, bringing blessings, and also reminding you that the God is in charge. So this could mean many different things depending where you are in now. So if you are looking for love and haven't found anyone yet, or you are missing someone, remember that the God says when the time is right. You are unable to go forward until the time is right. And the time needs to be right for both of you. Yes. And this is also a fate in a way that when you have agreed upon meeting, you will meet when the time is right, and you will go through the relationship however it serves its purpose. This could be someone who you are supposed to meet and have some time together with and then go forward. It could also be, like I said, an ex-partner, someone who you have met, but you haven't fulfilled your promise to each other. You haven't fulfilled everything yet, so the God is bringing you back together. Remember, this is not a case in a relationship that is very negative. I do not believe that that would be the case in here. But there's something like undone. For example, I know a woman who had a relationship when she was younger with this man. And they were together maybe 2 years, then broke up. And she ended up together with another man, and they were together almost 10 years. But then they broke up too. And she actually returned to this man like 3 months later and realized, okay, this is the husband. And he realized, okay, this is the wife. Now they've been married for a long time. They've been together maybe 15 years now. They have 2 children. They live together. They are happy. So that kind of a thing might happen to some of you who picked this pile number 4. Now, the heavenly timing keeps coming up, and you have to let yourself receive your partner when the time is right. You have to be willing to go through whatever you need to go through in order to find your husband. Yes. So if you have been thinking about actively seeking a partner, but you are like, I don't know, you should go forward. You should go forward. This partner is your friend. He will be happy to find you again. Whether you are meeting again in this lifetime, or whether you are meeting first time in this lifetime because you have known each other in previous lifetimes. Yes, it could be childhood friend too. Could be a teenager crush too. So this is someone you know. And this is also a man who needs to be in your life, and you need to be in his life, and you should go look for him, and he's looking for you too. It might be that you are not aware of this I'm looking for you, you are looking for me thing, but you both are looking for one another and traveling there. You are unable to ground down without the other. And notice how there is a number 9 here. So 9 is divine number. The divine is here 3 times, so this is extremely important. About a man, what kind of a man? Because there's a divine here so much. He could be religious, he could be spiritual, he could be pagan. It doesn't mean that he needs to follow some established big religion, but someone who relies on God, someone who relies on spirit or understands these things. Could be someone who understands past lives, and you can talk about those with him if he's like that. He could be spiritual just instead of being religious. This might be something that is not your cup of tea. I think that it probably is in some way, because you're looking at this reading, but you might not be as spiritual or as religious as he is. But this is a good thing. It won't affect your relationship in any way. He's going to bring blessings to your life. Definitely someone who brings blessings and brings the God also to your life. And what God is unconditional love. So there's lots of love here. It would go together very well with the fact that you both are looking for one another. You might be sensing one another in your soul already, that he's there, she's there, I'm going to find him, or he's there, whether you are a man, woman, or however you identify yourself. So you are looking for one another because there's love within you for one another too, and you cannot deny that love. You are drawn to one another. And answer a friendship. This could mean flirting. Maybe you start as friends first, and then it goes to flirting, and then it goes into a relationship. This man is also going to be your very best friend, and someone who loves you and cherishes you, and like I said, brings blessings. You might be able to go into adventures with him. At least some of you who like it to have adventures, you're able to go adventures with him, and you look at the same direction in the future. Future is over there. So left, past, future is on right. So you are going to future together. Even in a case where you would meet only for a brief time, for some of this partner is good when you are not together like rest of the eternity, but you come together and then you go to your own ways. To some this has already happened, but I get that mainly for people this is like man who's going to teach you a lot, teaching, because God and blessings for me feel like teaching. So he's going to teach you something positive. Yes, positive, something positive about life, about yourself, about love, about men. So this is fate, yes, and it's like a lesson, life lesson type of fate. It doesn't mean that it would be a worse type of relationship as those who are set on the stone before you are born, and you are about to just meet here and love without any lessons. No. This is important relationship for both of you. And it's based on friendship. Remember, he's going to be your very good friend. He might be very social too and have lots of friends. Someone who likes to be around people and loves everyone and loves people like God does. God loves everyone, every single one, and blesses every single one, no matter what they are, what they have done or who they are. So he might be a very empathic person who loves people and lets them be who they are. He might be future oriented, someone who always goes forward in his life and looks for new horizons and what to do next. This doesn't mean that he would be unfaithful to you, no. It just means that he might have lots of projects, plans, travels planned, things like that he wants to do, inventions. This comes into my mind when I look at the hot air balloon inventions. He could be someone who likes to invent things. Could be someone who likes to think a lot. Thinking would fit this God is in charge and angel of sky here. But remember, you are going to meet when the time is right. The God will decide that. The universe knows when the timing is right. So do not be desperate if you haven't met him yet, or if you would need to wait for him longer than you need. He's worth of waiting, absolutely. So let's see the charms. I'm gonna leave these 2 cards on top because I feel those are the most important one. So pile number 4, let's see what kind of a husband you're going to have, or what fits you the best based on the charms. maybe these are the ones. Oh, let's see. I can see heavenly things here already. So 3 birds. I'm gonna actually show them for you like this, because I noticed this tablecloth isn't the best for the charms. So 3 birds. 3 is Holy Spirit. God is in charge. I said this card is important, that's why I left it here. So Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, but it also means mind, body, and spirit. So when the time is like, when things have aligned themselves like this, and the God says and sees that now it's the time, then you will find him. And it's possible that you will get some hints from the God, from the universe, when you are about to meet this man, or some kind of hints how he is. You might have that if you had the crush on someone you have already met. You might already have that tingly feeling within your stomach and heart that, okay, this might be the one. But whatever reason, you cannot be together exactly, not yet. So when the time is right, the God will say. For some, this could mean kids, children. Maybe you're unable to be together because of children. Maybe you are rearing kids right now and you want to take care of them first before you enter into relationship. For some of you, commitment here. Love, he's going to marry you, definitely. For some, I said that this could be a relationship that is here for a little while and then goes away. That's a horrible word. I don't want to say it goes away. Then another door opens, let's say like that. Just like a seasons follow one another. This for some is a seasonal relationship, but it's going to be extremely good one. There will be commitments there. In relationships, when we look at them from the perspective of spirit and the eternal love, it doesn't matter how long the relationship lasts, but what is the quality of the relationship, honestly. Like, you do not get any brownie points for staying 20 years in a horrible relationship, but you get more brownie points if you are 3 months in a relationship which is very fulfilling, and whatever purpose it has, it fills it, and then it goes forward. So the quality time is best. Look, here's the friendship again. So he's going to be your friend, or someone you already know. Could be already a friend you later develop feelings to, or you might already have some feelings for a friend or someone you know. That is a good thing. Lots of luck here. We have the clover and the German word Glück, which is luck. I don't know if you can see it, hopefully yes. So this is going to be a lucky relationship, as it's going to be a lucky finding. One other pile of this, cannot remember which pile it was, and I said to them that when you find this man, he's going to feel like you had found a clover with 4 leaves, and this guy here is going to feel like the same, and the relationship is based on friendship. That is very good, very good. So here are the sickle of all 7 archangels. So God is in charge. Again, this is very divine, very divine. And then we have a ring of Lucifer. Now, do not get scared. Lucifer usually means good things. Lucifer is about knowledge, but Lucifer in this case, when I said that the God is in charge and there's something that is preventing you from going forward yet, Lucifer here could represent that there are some fears. Together with this black stone, you have to go through some fears in order to go forward. For some, this could mean that the partner you have and you love them, that he is demonized by others. It could be, for example, that kind of a thing where he or she, he or you is already in a relationship, and then you meet and you feel like, I should leave my current partner to be together with them. And of course that kind of a thing is going to be demonized by others. Yes, you might even have moral questions with your own self. Can I do this? Can I leave my partner? Or can I ask him to leave his partner who he already has? And the Spirit is saying that God is in charge. If it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen, and it's a commitment that's going to happen too. So could be fears. You might need to go through some dark times, but you go through them together. You might be demonized by together. And there might be hate here. So it could be a relationship that is not looked upon with love by others. Could also mean that the others are deeming your partner as demonic or something that isn't with you. Could be from, for example, from wrong race, wrong country, from wrong religion, wrong type of age. Maybe they have kids and others are like, no, you shouldn't. But there's going to be a connection from heart to heart. This is a heart chakra orb. So it is based on love. You cannot think what others are saying. Do not care what others are saying. You know you love one another. Go for it. Go for it. You have to let your love to spread its wings. For some, this could also mean that the relationship is going to be short, but it fulfills its needs, whatever it is. So this is again, lesson type of a relationship to some of you, not all, some of you, and it's going to live for a little while, but it's going to fulfill extremely important mission in your life. And for others, this means freedom. And breaking free. If there's something holding you back, you have to go towards this relationship and this man. He's going to be good one for you. Then we have these animals here and the stone. Let me think what this means. A crocodile. Then we have the stone. I don't know what it is. And this tiny little critter here. Could mean kids. Could mean children. Could mean that you can have kids with them. Or could mean, like I said, that the kids are now preventing you going towards this relationship. You might be worried of children, especially if it's the case where either one of you is already taken and you feel you should go forward, but you definitely should go forward. This relationship is going to be beneficial to your children there. And we have to remember, kids here, when we have children, the children here are souls, same as us, and they are here to learn their own lessons, their own life lessons. And for some children, it could mean that the divorce is one of the lessons they have to go through. So especially if you are an older person with children, thinking about going together with your sweetheart from teenager years, or the neighbor's lovely guy, you meet them again and you're worried about the kids, do not worry. This man is also very good with children and looks after them. And oh, you could be a mismatch in the eyes of others. Yeah, like I said, there could be this demonizing happening. So the others are seeing that you are not a good match, but that's not the truth. The God has brought you together. There is a reason why you are together, and this is blessed. This relationship is blessed by the divine too. Yeah, He's blessing this relationship, and He's your friend. You definitely need to go on the journey together. Yes, no matter what else says. Look, there are no one else here, just her. So this is just you to do going forward. You do not care what others are saying. Yeah, you are friends. You will benefit one another, and you will support one another. And God decides this. God decides this. The universe decides this. Stone. I don't know what the stone means. I'm going to pick a few more charms if they explain what the stone means. It has some kind of a meaning because it came here, but I don't know what. Okay, a few more. Black cat and white cat. So again, the demonizing comes here. But you should go forward anyway. The man could be someone others are viewing as bad luck. Like I said, others have this feeling and this opinion, not a feeling, opinion that you do not match. And you might fear that bad luck is going to happen when you meet this man and go together with him. You might get some dirt on yourself. Look how this kitty is a bit dirty from here, from her face. You might need to get your face a bit dirty, your reputation a bit dirty, but do not worry, you are both cats. You are meant to meet one another. So I take this stone as this relationship is solid, and this might cause ripple effects. Like when you throw a stone on top of a water, it bounces and causes ripple effects. So this relationship is going to cause some kind of ripple effects around the people you are together with. There is J. J could be judgment. Yes, judgment. This man who fits you the best is not going to judge you, but others will judge you for having a relationship with him. And this is a life lesson. You have to ignore that. You have to listen to your heart. J could also be part of his name, a letter in his name or in your name. You have to go forward. A skateboard here. The journey might be a lonely one because especially through these fears for both of you. Like even though when you are supporting one another and you are the same, you have to go through the fears and worries and the judgment on your own ends by yourself. So you cannot take away his worries, he cannot take away your worries, but you can support one another while you are skating through these dark times. And going forward, this is also the movement going forward. And look, Destiny Star here. This is set on. Was written on the stars, yes, not set on stars, written on the stars, and the God is shining his light to you and telling that this is meant to be. This is meant to be. All the resistance you are going to face, all that, in the long run it's meaningless, because you have all the archangels supporting this relationship. This relationship is good for you, but you might need to go through some hardships in order to be together. Yes, and the hardship for some is that you have to wait for this partner a little longer, and for others it means you have to wait for him, and when he arrives you have to go through this junk here, this judgment and hate you're going to face, but the relationship is going to be fulfilling and good for you, and you should definitely go through this. He's on your side and you are on his side too. So good luck for pile number 4. Let's go to pile number 5. All right, pile number 5 with 2 of these cute birds. Let's see what kind of a husband fits you the best. We have here Hunter of Hearts. This person you're asking about is trustworthy. Really good cards. Then we have Crowned and the Kingdom by Malkuth. And the final card is Trust. Oh, this is very, look, there's double trust here. Wonderful. This is absolutely a person you can trust. You can be who you are. You can trust them to be honest. You can trust them to also show yourself who they are. They are not wearing any masks. They are not fooling you anywhere, in any way or in anywhere. Yeah, they are completely honest with you, and you can trust them even if you had some fears, especially if you have had some problems in love life, in your past, or if you have some sense of not being worthy of someone. That is nonsense. You can trust this man, and he's absolutely going to be someone you can trust your whole heart with. You can talk with him about anything. He will listen, he will understand. He's going to be someone you can build a nest together, and your inner child, the most fragile, the most honest part of ourselves, is protected. Look, he is standing and nesting on top of this inner child to keep him safe, and the mom here is looking after the kid too, so your inner child is safe with them. This is wonderful. Like, you couldn't find any other person to be more secure with than this person. Absolutely. 100 of Parts. This might be someone who has taken many paths in love. You could also have been gone through many paths in love until you meet. So this might be someone who's looking for love, haven't found you yet. You have been looking for this person, haven't found him yet. But there's a possibility, there's a chance, big chance that you will meet. But you have to go look for one another. You cannot stay at home and just wait that he will arrive. You have to go actively look for him, and even just by opening yourself for love, that he can get the signal and then come to you. Look, he's rushing towards you, listening these signals. The spirit is guiding him towards you and guiding you towards him. So there's some kind of a journey like this until your paths will cross. But your paths will cross. I take this also as your meeting might be sudden. You might just one day literally run into him, and then you're like, oh, there you are. There you are. Parts also represent the journey we have had by this far. So like I said, there might be something you might worry, which might cause you to think, if this person is trustworthy, could I really open my heart to them? Would they really understand me? Will they hate me? Will he hate me if I tell him how I am? And that's not the case. He will love you. He will be fine with the journey you have taken so far, and I think you will be also fine with the journey he has taken so far. You are, despite of how old you are in physical realm, in physical age, you both have wisdom and understanding, and you both have a long journey behind you. Long journeys have nothing to do with age. It's just life lessons, things we have gone through, things we have needed to go through. Yes. And Crowned in the Kingdom, he's going to be very much like a king, this very reliable type of a king, and he's going to be very grounding too, very down the earth, very calm, very peaceful. That is good for you, especially if you are a person who is prone to worry, or prone to have trauma or dramatic outbreaks because your inner child is somehow aching. He's not going to join you with those dramatic outbursts. He's going to be very stable, very calm, very peaceful, and that's going to help you to ground too. Very grounding, very grounding. Kingdom here means that you can build your own kingdom with him. You can absolutely trust him. He's on your side. He helps you to build this own nest you have and look after your inner child. You will also look after his inner child. So this is a very balanced, lovely relationship where there are emotions available for both of you. You can bring those up. The journeys, like I said, you have taken the journeys, you are finally ready to meet one another, and you are happy that whatever you went through, it was worth it, because at the end of the journey you are going to meet one another. You could also still be on the journey to find this man. And I think it's actually the case that you haven't met him yet. Yeah, your paths haven't crossed yet. This is someone you haven't met yet. This kind of a feeling I get, but he's coming towards you, and he has the royal feeling, this dignity of a king. Very grounding. When he could be an earth sign too, yeah, like Taurus, for example. Very good. Kingdom. Good king rules with a gentle but firm touch, so he's going to be gentle but firm with everyone. And look, he's protecting here his nest and you here. So he's going to be very protective too. Wonderful. Wonderful. He might be very curious of many things if he is interested in going different paths. We have some people who want to learn this and this and this and this and that. So he could be that kind of a person too. Someone who wants knowledge and understanding, because knowledge and understanding helps him to ground and rule the kingdom and rule himself, rule his life, to be in charge of his life when he understands what's happening and what's going on. Now, let's check your charms, what they have to say to you. I'm going to leave this 100 of Hearts here because that feels like the strongest one. So pile number 5, what kind of a husband fits this pile the best? Can you hear there's a motorcycle outside? It's September. Late September already. There shouldn't be any motorcycles here because I live up north, but there was just a motorcycle. Look how the motorcycle goes together with this hunter of path. Maybe he just kicked into his motorcycle on the run and started to go look for you. Also a sign that you have to go towards him. Universe doesn't make any coincidences, or there aren't any coincidences in the universe, that's what I meant. So the motorcycle, I haven't heard motorcycles in weeks here, and suddenly there's a motorcycle when I'm doing this reading for you about paths, and leaving the hunter of path here on top because it's important. Yeah, so let's check the charms. He could also have a motorcycle, yeah. Again, I can hear him. So 5. Quite many charms. Let's see. We have here German word Mut, or Mut, actually Mut. Excuse me, I'm not German. Mut, it means courage. You have to be brave. You have to bravely go forward, and he's probably really brave. He might have been walking his own paths already quite some time. Maybe you are also someone who has a path of your own, and you have been walking it without caring how others are viewing you. Could be 2 lone wolves meeting one another and being brave enough to walk their own paths and then come together. Pearl here. This is abundance. He's going to be a good finding, like when you find a pearl. He's a good finding, definitely a keeper. Then there are 2 1-yen coins. Like I said, could be individuals who are very independent, and then these independent people come together and they are fine with one another. Let me check the cards. Yeah, you can rule the kingdom together, and you are walking your own paths, and when you come together, you are not disturbed by one another. I know some independent persons, when they meet a partner, they feel that they get stuck. The partner wants them to settle down, don't go anywhere, stop being so independent, and then they are unhappy and the relationship doesn't work. That's not the case. The person here is trustworthy. You can trust him that he's not going to bind you down. He's not preventing you from being who you are or going for the paths you want to take. He's going to support you, absolutely going to support you. Look, another good luck. We have gotten this symbol a lot, so he's going to be a good finding, like finding a pearl or finding a fall clover. I think he's going to also be very supportive for you, for your own path, so that you can have luck in your life and your life can shine. What else we have in here? Sun, he's going to be very masculine and warm, very steady, grounded. Just like you can trust that the sun comes up every single morning and it keeps us warm and loves us. Sun loves us. Sun shines whether we are aware of that or not. He's going to be that kind of a loving, shining sun to you, very grounding, very steady, like the sun steadily goes around the globe. No, we go around the sun. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. We do not go back to the Middle Ages now. Oh, we have all the archangels here, the sickle of archangels. So he is someone very masculine, absolutely worth waiting for. And the spirit, the angels are helping you to find one another. Here are the angels. He's coming towards you, can find you. What else we have in here? Love. 2 symbols for love. You are going to love one another and be really happy with one another. You're going to be happy that you can be who you are with him. Absolutely. Then we have a little critters here. Playfulness. Some kind of playfulness will happen, and maybe you feel that you will find the other monkey, like you are this happy playful monkey, and you will find the other monkey. Yes. He's unique in some way, like this little animal. This is from Australia. I do not know what it's called in English, but it's a kangaroo rat in Finnish. So I'm going to call it a kangaroo rat. So he's a unique individual. You will find him. You will be happy to find him. Then you can settle down, like into your feminine energy. And he's also very feminine, so that he's nurturing. He takes care, like the sun is very nurturing. Sun brings us food. Sun brings us warmth. Sun keeps the earth alive, so he's that kind of a warm person. Could also be someone who loves nature, because we have the crocodile here too. So, and these little critters here, so could be a nature person, someone who loves nature. But you can settle down and be who you are, whether you are a man or a woman, or however you identify yourself. You can get into tune with your own feminine energy, and you can trust. Like, look how the kitty is just sitting and trusting that things will work out. Things will work out. Oh, look, we have Anubis here, and the feather, I guess it was a feather of Maat. So in Egypt, in ancient Egypt, when a soul dies and enters the afterlife, he cannot enter the afterlife until Anubis has put his heart on a scale against the feather of Maat. And if the human's heart is heavy, they have done some horrible things, or they are a horrible person, they cannot enter the afterlife to heaven, because their heart is going to be heavier than the feather of Maat, if I remember the god right, who had the feather. But basically Anubis is bathing everybody's heart against this feather. So he's going to have a good heart. Really good heart. It's so good heart that even Anubis himself agrees that, yeah, definitely this one goes to heaven. And this one also comes from the heaven. His arrival can mean like heaven coming to you, and feel like the heaven and the sun, the celestial being, has arrived into your life. There's going to be lightfulness there, playfulness there. You can trust him and be your own self with him. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Very good. He's got really good heart, good-hearted individual who's going to love you with everything he's got. This could also mean signs from the spirit. So when you are closing him, the archangels will send you some signs and coincidences. Like I said, you might suddenly just meet him, like God would have put you all in the same place together. Oh, this crossing your path might mean that you need to have some courage, be brave to try something new or go somewhere, especially if you got this intuitive feeling that you should go somewhere or do something. That is going to be the sign from the archangel that is going to either let you to this man or let you closer to him, so that your paths can eventually cross. So this is my reading for you, pile number 5. Thank you very much. We go to the final pile, pile number 6. All right, pile number 6. Last but not least, let's see what the husband is bringing to you. What kind of husband fits you, excuse me. So what kind of a husband fits you, and what he might bring to you. In the previous readings, we have heard some things the husband is also bringing to the person who picked the pile. So let's see what happens in this case. So what kind of a husband fits you and what they are bringing to you. So here is the Shaman of Sorrows. Then we have confidence. We have Angel of Snow. I think this should be upside down, actually, like it came. And this one is balance. So, okay, you have some problems with your heart and with your love life. And whether you were unhappy in a relationship that didn't work, maybe you were unable to get someone you wanted, maybe you have been single or way too long, maybe men have been treated you badly, and this includes all men, just not the love relationship, brothers, grandfathers, fathers, bosses, so on and so on. You might have even been bullied by boys at school or by men at work. So all these sorrows, whatever you have gone through, have made you lose your confidence, and also confidence to men. You might be feeling that men are bad and men are evil, and you are hoping to find someone who is good, but in the back of your head you are afraid that such a man don't exist, or such a man does exist, yeah, but he's already taken. So you have lots of sorrows and worries which are affecting your self-confidence, and yeah, pain, lots of pain in here. Sadness, mostly sadness. You might be referring yourself as a desperate single. You might have a quite hard life path behind you, but this man who is coming into your life he's someone who is going to help you to melt the snow within you. Your heart is now frozen, your life is frozen somehow, and he's going to come and help you to melt it all and have fun. Look, he is dancing, he's having fun, there's a bright light here, and this is the color of Archangel Michael. So letting go of past and leaving the dead past behind, this dead land of snow, he's coming to your life. All right, excuse me, my phone decided not to record anymore the reading. I have had lots of problems with my phone today, but I was going to say that he's arriving to your life to melt the snow, to melt the old and the gold that there is in your heart and in your life, melt away your sadness. Definitely, he's going to bring balance to you, absolutely. And it is possible, perhaps, that this person has also some problems with self-confidence and has some sorrows, and when you come together you can balance one another because you understand one another. Yes, it's easier to understand someone who has gone through the same as you, yes, and get the empathy, get the love, get the support from someone who understands what you are going through, what you have gone through, how that has affected you, and how it's still affecting you, yes, and they are going through the same and have gone through the same and are able to help you, absolutely. This is the number 19, and 1 plus 9 makes 10, yes, so 10 is the number of balance and ending. So something is ending, this sadness and this sorrow time is ending, definitely, and you can finally start to go towards the spring. There's the old lady here in the balance card, so something old is coming into a balance. Emotions can finally shine, your heart can heal, and different parts of your emotional cycle, look how the moon cycles are different here, are going to be into balance. You can bring them into balance together with this man. The man is helping you to balance your emotions and your emotional journey so that you can have a full moon, the full emotions here, your full heart, and everything is wonderful with him. He could be someone who is... All right, pile number 6, let's return. I have had lots of problems with my phone. Now I have been working with this reading for 4 hours to get it done. So let's go back to your reading. So I was saying that there's a possibility that the person has gone through the same as you, and then you both are able to balance yourself back together to this emotional good health, to full heart, and you can also express all your emotions with this guy. They might be quite emotional or very in tune with their emotions. They might carry same kind of a burden from their past as you do, so you are able to understand this, and you will boost one another's confidence. You will boost his confidence and he will boost your confidence. So this is a good card. You will tackle the sorrows together and boost confidence for one another and find the balance. When the eternal winter, or what feels like eternal winter, it will go away and you can start anew. Old will be forgotten, old will be brought back to balance, and new life can begin. So let's check your charms now and hope the phone works. And what kind of a husband is good for you, pile number 6? All right, let's take a few more here. So what do we have in here? We have a howling wolf. A wolf about fears. You know how in older times wolves were, everybody was afraid of wolves. They meant bad things. They mean the darkness of the night. There's night in this card. Yes, and the sorrows, we say that the soul is going through a dark time, the soul of the night of the soul, actually, when we are in negative space with our emotions. So there will be some sorrows, maybe literally howling. Maybe you can cry with one another and go through whatever you had gone through to bring it back to balance. This person, it will be your friend, finder. You are able to open one another. He is a good friend and he understands you, and together, there's mood, courage. You will have courage together to face these fears and cry. Maybe this is the first person you can actually open up to fully and be brave enough to let everything that eats you up from the inside to out. Maybe that is the same for you. I noticed the pearl here. Pearls are formed through pressure. The harder the pressure, the prettier the pearl is. So you two are like two pearls who have needed to go through some kind of pressure in order to shine, and you are able to see this shining in one another. Yes, this man is like finding a pearl, and he will also feel that he found a pearl when he finds you. Yeah, here's the darkness. This dark orb will turn into this light one, this light and darkness here, but this will go away. Look how it's connected to past. So the dark pasts will go away. He will be a good match for you so that you can shine your own inner light together with him. Yes, there will be some relaxation here too, like a pineapple here. You are able to enjoy the life together, and that is also something to do with the confidence. Yes, when you have confidence, you can enjoy your life, and when you can let go of the old, the fears, the worries, whatever is troubling you, you can enjoy the life together. There's going to be love, and there's going to be emotions coming directly out from heart. So both love and both of the old junk that comes out, you will be able to let go of that. You will be able to take charge of your own life again. You feel like the life is blooming again. He will feel the same. He will help you to regain confidence. This is the wand of a queen. So he will help you to regain confidence and also regain balance. I think this guy is also balanced, might be a bit more balanced than you are. So maybe he has gone through his worries and troubles in a way that you haven't gone yours yet. So you can like counterbalance one another. He can say that, okay, I went through this and I know how to deal with this. I will help you with it. And you will say that, okay, I went through this other thing here. I know how to deal with it. So I will help you to go through with that. There's lots of sensitivity. This man is sensitive, in tune with his emotions, and you can also be sensitive and also rest in your emotions. I guess the emotional outpouring can finally stop after you have let everything come out. You can finally rest. You can finally rest. And here is protection against evil eye, and I take this also as seeing the bad things, seeing eye to eye with the bad things, with the bad history, and neither one of you will mind about that. You are fine with the one being who they are, being the person who has gone through the hardships and will not deem you, and you will not deem him as something bad because of what has happened to them. There's going to be some flame of passion here. Your heart will be on fire positively again. He's going to bring you positive emotion and help your heart to regain balance again. Playfulness here. I take these two. You can play with one another and have fun. Maybe this is the first time in very long time when you finally can have fun and relax, and that has to do with you being able to let go of the old and negative and war which doesn't work anymore. Look, there's a balance button here. So there's darkness you both will be facing, and you will be facing towards light. The light will eventually wipe out the darkness, but you have to let the darkness come out with this man. And with him it's safe. He will understand you, even if he hadn't gone through the same hardships as you, but he will understand. You both have your own inner dragons, your own inner worries. But you will be able to conquer these dragons, slain these dragons, so you can have fun and play. Dragon is also a creature from imagination, so it is likely that whatever you have gone through, no one can imagine how you feel. It's hard for others to relate to you, and you have a hard time to relate to others. Maybe he is the same kind of a person, but when you find one another, you will understand one another's dragons, and you can relate to one another. Yes, you can relate to one another. You can be fragile and tiny with one another. The other person is not going to judge you for being fragile and small. You can let your weaker side come out, because that will bring the balance out. Yes, you don't have to try to be so hard and try to go forward so hardly and try to deny your own sensitivity and this weakness. You can do that with him, absolutely. Then we have a bird here and kitty button. All the past will be behind. Yes, this is a kitty button who has turned his back to us, so you will be turning back to all these bad things and face the light. There will be new spring coming to you. He's going to bring you a spring, and he's going to start this new cycle in your life, and finally you can shine as who you are, and he can shine as who he is. This kitty is very confident, very calm, has her tail up in a sign of confidence, very pretty too, feels good about herself. Yes, so you both are able to have fun and let go of all things, be friends who are brave enough to face one another and face your dragons. And that is possible because you have the understanding of each other. You have gone through some horrible stuff, more or less, and you are able to understand these horrible things from each other's perspective. Yes, and that will bring you balance and happiness. And the new spring, there are flowers here blooming inside of the kitty. So new spring, new beginning, but it has to go through letting go of the old, what happened, so that you can regain the balance, and especially the balance of emotions. This man is going to help you to grieve your grief, mourn your sadness, then let go and start a new life and enjoy the new life. So this was my reading for you by number 6. Thank you, and I apologize again that you had so many problems with the phone here. I have some technical difficulties. I have just started this reading, so I'm trying to learn how this whole thing works with the phone, with recording, with putting videos out. I hope it didn't bother you too much. If you have any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to leave them to me in the comment section. Now, thank you everyone for listening, and we will return again someday with another reading. Bye till next time.